Hello, I'm David. I'm going to talk about a film I'm recently working on. In my free time, I like to make short clips by myself because about films or famous directors because I really enjoy the film they're watching and try to make one in the future as well. So I born in Beijing and lived in Beijing for quite a long time, and I used to love the Hutong cultures in Beijing. And once I met a friend of my dad's, and he told me about a wonderful story about a storyteller in the Hutongs. And I was very interested in that story about the storyteller. And when I go back home, I keep on thinking, why don't I make the story of the storyteller a film? Then I asked my dad for help, and he introduced me many people around the Hutong and helped me visit Fangjia Hutong and many kind of Hutongs like this. And we're just traveling around Hutongs at the weekend. And I found more and more interested in Hutong culture because that is a culture which I think most of Beijing people doesn't quite focus on because Beijing is the capital city of China and it has many mixed culture right now, but the original Beijing cultures is based around the Hutongs, and no one's talking about that right now. I think that's quite a pity, and basically foreigners are focused more than Hutongs than original Beijing people. So I want to make this story to tell how wonderful or the cultures used to happen in Beijing Hutongs, and trying to tell them to focus more in Hutongs, not when they travel in Beijing, not just going to Sanlitun or kind of international shopping malls to do shopping. And so I started my film. My dad only introduced me to the Hutongs, but he didn't find me people or camera guy. And I don't have a screenwriter or a producer or people who support me to get. I cannot. The first issue is I don't have money for this film, so I make a kind of advertisement by myself, post it on WeChat moment. I think now it have 20,000 views, and I use that to get people's focus, and they think it is quite impressive because a 40 years old boy can think about that, and I get more and more people involved from secondary school through adults and finally one of my friend introduced me a camera guy and his group in Hunan channel which can help me to film. And also I found many screenwriter. They think they can help me through this, and they send me stories that they write or the work they've done before to show how they can work with me and help with me, and they show many passions. And every weekend I meet with these people, and I ask them how much do I have to pay you. They say nothing. I'm very impressed, and I love to help you. And I also get the money from the society through every move we done. We post it on Weibo, and to get people focused from. And more and more viewers started to focus on this film, and maybe one of the guy can give 1 kwai or 2 kwai, and as the people are focused, the viewer becomes money, and so I can use this money to make my film better and to get more advanced equipment as well. And for applying to the school, I'd love to say that I'd love to be a director in the film in the future. In the future, and trying to direct a long film as well, because I think film represents my feelings better than writing or drawing. So I chose this way, and the way how camera moves or the light I can basically control that because I think filming is an artwork of shadows as well, and I really enjoy the process. And from zero to get people focused on, I really enjoy the process and work on different people. And some of them are professional, or some of them just trying to help. And I'm going to do more filming things in this winter because Beijing at winter is very beautiful. And at my last thing, there is some events happened on the storyteller, which I think represent better in winter as well. Thank you very much for listening, and I'm looking forward to meeting you.